People ask me about that. What do I eat? I'll tell you what I eat. I eat grass-fed beef. What's the scam about grass-fed beef? Well, most people are jumping on bandwagon because nowadays, back in the day when I was, first in practice 30 years ago, if you said that you ate organic beef or free-range beef, it's exactly what it was. No one grain-fed them. They just let them feed on the grass, and then they took them, they slaughtered them, and you got grass-fed beef. Now, if I give it grass at any point during the time it's alive, I can technically say, because there's no laws against this, I can say it's grass-fed. Or if I grass feed it all the way up to the last 30 days, then I grain feed it, which makes it fatter, so it weighs more, and then I get more at market. But here's the problem with grain feeding your animals. Grain feeding will take a cow, the meat, that's anti-inflammatory. It's got high omega-3s. Believe it or not, grass-fed, entire grass-fed of the life of the cow, if it's grass-fed, it'll have more omega-3s, and nobody knows this, I didn't know this, has more omega-3s than salmon, ounce for ounce, pound for pound. That's what you don't know. But if you grain feed it for the last 30 days, it has 0 omega-3s. And then the other part of that is, if you're eating out and it's not grass-fed, and they're not saying it's organic grass-fed beef, then it's probably given antibiotics. So now you eat your meat and you're taking an antibiotic with your meat. And unless you're absolutely sick, why would you want that? Doesn't make any sense. Because go back, half of all antibiotics produced are for animal feed and the other half are for humans when they're sick. But again, half are for animal consumption. So now the animal, say, doesn't even get antibiotics, but it gets grains. Been fed grass, feed it grains for the last 30 days, they slaughter it. Why is that important? Because when the University of Arizona has done E. coli, right? And that comes from your intestines, like when workers don't wash their hands and they test the intestines, it has E. coli. When it's grass-fed the entire life of the cow, 0 E. coli. That's based upon a study at U of A. So if I grass-feed it, 0 E. coli. If I have grain-fed, it has E. coli. Okay, why is that important? Because when they go to slaughter it, sometimes they do what? They perforate the intestines. And the intestinal content goes where? Over the meat. So yeah, they wash it off and all that, but you could have some E. coli. So again, that's why you don't want to have it grass-fed. You want to have it only grass-fed, not have grain-fed, because you want to stay away from as many problems as you can. So there's all these different caveats. I get that. I know it's kind of like rabbit holes. I know it can be daunting and confusing at times, but my thing is find people you trust, listen to what they have to say, and then go do your own research. Don't take my word for it. Don't take someone else's word for it. Do your own research, because in the end, you're the one that's responsible for your health, not me, not anyone else.